YouTube? Today we are doing another taste test video, this time of Prime Hydration, the drink that was made by former rivals, now seemingly best buddies, KSI and Logan Paul. Just like I mentioned in the last video with the mac and cheese ice cream, this isn't something that we typically get in our town where we live. We're usually like the last place to get new things. And to be honest, I had to go to a GNC vitamin store to find this. It was supposed to be in our Walmart. If you go on the, I think it's drinkprime.com, something like that, there's a product finder and you could go on their website and look and see like where in your area it's carried. And it's supposed to be at Walmarts around, but I checked like 3 different Walmarts and it's nowhere to be found. I didn't find it on shelves. I checked both like the area where they keep like hydration products, protein powders, different like workout supplements, even in the sporting goods section, over where the Gatorade and Powerade and drinks like that are, and I couldn't find it. So I ended up finding it in GNC, and this grape was the only flavor that they have. So I'm actually going to compare it to, we have a grape Gatorade here, and we're going to see how it tastes in comparison. Now, just to look at Gatorade, this is a 28 fluid ounce bottle, and they're saying the whole container is about 200 calories and 370 milligrams of sodium, 50 gram total carbs, 48 grams of sugar, water, sugar, dextrose, citric acid, natural flavor, sodium citrate, salt, monopotassium phosphate, modified food starch, glycerol, ester of rosin, blue 1, and red 40. Those are the ingredients on the Gatorade. Now for Prime, this entire bottle is only 25 calories. We are looking at only 10 milligrams of sodium, which is a huge difference. 370 for this whole bottle, even for like a 12-ounce serving here, which this is a 16.9 in the Prime. A 12-ounce serving is 160 milligrams of sodium. So that is a big difference, you know, in the sodium content alone. Total carbohydrates is only 6 grams. Again, 50 for this whole bottle of Gatorade, 22 for a 12-ounce. Total sugars is only 2 grams in the Prime versus 21 for the 12-ounce or 48 for the whole bottle. So a lot less sugar for one, a lot less sugar, a lot less sodium. Both have no protein, which is one thing. But looking at the ingredients on Prime now, there's a lot longer of a list here. But filtered water, citric acid, coconut water from concentrate, dipotassium phosphate, trimagnesium citrate, natural flavor, fruit and vegetable juice for color, malic acid, sucralose. I think sucralose is like a sugar alternative. Anything with like that ose or something. Yeah. I might be wrong on that, but L-isoleucine, stuff that I don't know how to pronounce. Something acetate, vitamin E, acesulfame potassium, retinol palmate, vitamin A, zinc asparate. I don't know how to read half of this. There's a vitamin B6 and a vitamin B12 in it. Now this says gluten-free and caffeine-free. There's nothing over here on the Gatorade indicating it. Now it does say contains no fruit juice, whereas this said, what? Fruit and vegetable juice. Where did I see that? Yeah, fruit and vegetable juice just for color. So there are some things like that in it. But this has 10% coconut water, 250 milligrams of BCAAs, B vitamins, antioxidants, and 825 milligram of electrolytes. Now, it doesn't actually say anything on here about the electrolytes, the content on the Gatorade. So either way, it's a different comparison, and I know that, you know, looking at things that KSI and Logan have both said in regards to the, like, wanting something to taste better and not quite as sugary as some of the other drinks like Gatorade, reading the ingredients list, I don't know what half of that is, so I'd have to do a little bit of research to understand more about it. But as far as just the general nutrition facts, Prime is in the winning category in comparison because, again, just simple things like sodium, which is something like, for instance, she has to watch sodium content because of a kidney issue, and just general sugar content and carb content, Gatorade's skyrocketed in comparison. And, well, just in general, again, that comparison right there is something that most people would look at without looking at the ingredients list and say, hey, this one's got less, I like it. Now, for example, of price, this cost me $1 to get, and it was on sale. I think regular, it's only like $1.25 for that, depending on the store we go to. Now, again, since I had to buy this at GNC, sorry, not a car company, the vitamin place. I think this was $2.98 a bottle, so definitely not something that I would go for all the time unless I could get it cheaper, which I believe if you go on their website and like order it in bulk, it works out to like $1.50, $2 a bottle if you get like one of their 24 packs, something like that. Now that's a much better price, obviously, but it's a case where that would be something, if it's something you really like after trying it a time or two, then sure, maybe go for that deal as far as the cost goes. But to buy it in store like that, for $3 for a small bottle versus $1, that's something that might make people stop and think, well, yeah, this is better for you, but it's more expensive. I can't really afford that in my budget, so I'm going to go with the cheaper alternative. But the real question that we have here is taste. Now, I grew up playing ice hockey all the time. Still to this day, I play a little bit, mostly because my oldest is currently playing and my youngest is about to get started. So I play and do stuff to be able to help teach them and to help a little bit of exercise to help work out this fat dad bod. Anyways, but no, I used to always have a Gatorade or a Powerade or something after a good practice or after a game situation. I would drink stuff like that. So having a better alternative would have been something that I would have enjoyed back in the day. But realistically, this wasn't around back then. And again, price, I used to buy my own stuff. And at that time, initially, when I first was in like high school hockey, when I was doing more using like Gatorade and stuff like that, I was paying for my own stuff. I didn't really have a job. So I would earn money from my allowance and stuff and go buy a couple bottles and keep it on the cheap end so I still had some money left over. So I probably wouldn't have chosen this. But now I work full time, I have a good pay, stuff like that. I could potentially afford something like this. So realistically, I want to know what it tastes like. I want to know if it tastes better than Gatorade. This I've had before, but I bought it just so that we have that fresh taste in our mouth before we go and try this in comparison. So let's give it a try. Grape Gatorade. Tastes like typical artificial grape flavor. That's something I'm used to.
Yep.
And the thing that makes me mad is, you know, I like a lot of the Gatorade flavors. They're sweet, they taste good, whatever. But my favorite flavor was when they made the Gatorade AM line. And it was a cran raspberry. Oh, I could drink that anytime. I used to buy like just that when it was first out. I would sit and buy like a whole, like they put the little cardboard thing with the bottles on the shelf. I'd buy a whole rack of those with my money, and that would be the only flavor I'd drink for the longest time. So now that that flavor's kind of gone out, we'll give the Prime a try. Now, on first smell, it kind of smells like the Gatorade. You want to try it first? Sure. You can try this one first. What's your thought?
Actually tastes better in my opinion.
I like the smell.
That's good.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so first thought, it's got kind of a bolder punch of a flavor to it. Like it kind of hits you.
Yeah.
Like at first, you get okay, that's liquid. It's like a water consistency. It's not thick like a milkshake or like a milk or protein shake or something like that. It's thin like a Gatorade, like a water, a Propel, something like that. But when the flavor hits like a split second later, it's very bold compared to the Gatorade, and that's surprising for not having the sugar content. Wow. Now, again, going back to the nutrition facts thing, if these were the same identical price, Prime all the way as far as the nutrition facts. Tasting both, definitely on that spectrum, same deal. Yeah. I would go with Prime
Definitely.
That flavor is intense. That flavor is much better of a grape flavor than what that is. And realistically, maybe that comes from some of these ingredients. Yeah, we don't have that sugar content. And it says the fruit and vegetable juice for color, but maybe it does have a darker color than that. It's hard to tell with this label, but
it's more of a purple.
Yeah.
It's more of an actual purple. The Gatorade is more of a blue. It's a bluish purple, not just... It's not purple like grape color.
Yeah. But again, that bold flavor, I would definitely pick the Prime over the Gatorade. I do think it tastes better. I'm going to get them kind of in quick succession here and see what that's like. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Having them back to back, it's kind of one of those things where, sure, I'd drink the Gatorade in a quick pinch, but man, number one choice, I would go with Prime. Now, of course, I don't have any other flavors here to compare them with. Like I said, grape is the only one that GNC had. They only had a couple bottles of it, so I just grabbed one. But definitely a huge difference in taste and the nutrition facts. Again, I would have to research some of the ingredients because there's a lot more on the list with Prime, and it seems like they have to do with vitamins and things like that. But ultimately, yeah, I think if I had to score them out of 10, Gatorade 7, 6, 7, something like that, 6.5-ish. It's good. And prior to Prime, my opinion would have probably leaned into like 7, 8 territory. But I would have to put the Prime at like an 8, 9, something like that.
Definitely.
And Gatorade's definitely dropped down to like a 6 to 7-ish, you know. It's good flavor. It's it's something that I would drink just as this is good, you know, or again for the cheapness. And in this case, Prime is something that I wouldn't go for all the time because of the cost. Now, again, if I could get it in bulk, if I could get it in, a much better price point, like I would pay $1.50 to $2 for this bottle versus $1 to $1.50 for the Gatorade bottle. That's just kind of my line of thinking for now knowing the flavor and things. And two, now that I think of it, that flavor's really good. And it's supposed to have the 10% coconut water. Sometimes you get the coconut water infused things and you taste more of the coconut flavor and things, even at like a 10 to 20% ratio. I don't really taste the coconut.
No.
And that's good. I mean, I would enjoy the coconut flavor personally. I like that. I like the taste and stuff like that of coconut. And I wouldn't have a problem with that. But not tasting it and getting that still that bold grape flavor from that. I keep saying that word bold, I know, but that's the only way I can describe it. I would definitely drink that anytime I'm, pre or post workout, well, probably post it, being that it's a hydration drink, to replenish electrolytes and stuff like that. I would drink that over Gatorade, honestly. Yeah. So there you have it, guys. I think that's what we're thinking of Prime. Final thoughts on it?
I'm actually completely agreeing with what you said. That is really good. I really do like the fact that it's very low in the sodium.
Which, yeah, again, that's definitely good for you or for anybody that's watching sodium or, again, carbs. If you're counting or watching your carbs, like I said, 12 fluid ounce of this Gatorade bottle is 22 grams, or the whole bottle was 50. And total carbohydrates for this 16.9 ounce bottle of Prime is 6. Only 2 grams of sugar versus 21 to 48. So, yeah, I would have to say Prime. That's where it's at. So, definitely, if we get to try more flavors, maybe we'll do it again. I think they have like a fruit punch and like lemon lime and stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess that's all.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in and checking out the channel here. Let us know if you've tried Prime and what you think about it in the comments. And, if you have anything you'd compare it to. I know there's been some other sports drinks and things around that, maybe I'm not so familiar with, or other countries have different things that they may have or may have tried that would be, much better than, you know, Gatorade or something, and could maybe be on the same level as Prime. Who knows? I know there are also some hydration drinks that are powdered type things out there. But in the end, well, let us know what you think. Let us know down in the comments. And if you feel so kind, please leave a like or maybe subscribe to the channel. Help us grow and get a little bit of a community going here so that we can chat a little bit more about the things we try and the things we do. And we'll see you in the next video.